check. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the great millstone, and salutations to all Akim-Adem pushing his truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners. All right, would have been a great millstone in Southwest Florida, out in the Fort Myers area. Out another week, through Spirit Party, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to edify and to prophesy in the names of Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, you know, we just gonna get straight into it because this is so much going on in the world right now, man. All right, with all the situations that's happening overseas, to the talks of, you know, famine on the horizon, with farmers complaining about the war and how it's crippling their supplies. All right, it just proves that we're in beautiful times and we're heading towards the right direction, man. Direction of Yahweh Shai's return soon, man. All right, so whatever.
Yeah, like yesterday. It's on verse 14. This is 2 Corinthians 15, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands."
Right. Woe. All right. Which is death and destruction, man. Woe unto who, brother? The world. To the world, man. Okay. And all them that dwell therein. Last time I checked, all right, from the average Joe that's walking through the streets of downtown Fort Myers, to the ones that's in Tampa, New York, Miami, all y'all live in the world, even to the niggas that's over there in our land, the fakers, man.
In the world.
All right, y'all in the world, man. Okay. And the Lord has called and prophesied death and destruction upon y'all, man. Okay, upon all of y'all. All right, and specifically in this passage, it says that there's gonna be what swords in one another's hands. Can you read it one more time, Brother Michelle?
Right, verse 15. "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands."
Right. So the destruction draws nigh, man. Okay. Again, as we look out into the world, we look into current events, we see that we're getting closer and closer to the pot boiling over, man. All right, right now we're at a real strong boil, okay? As compared to when 2020, when we was at a rolling boil, things were just getting started. All right, the WEF was conditioning people, the WHO was conditioning people. All right, it was a lot of talks of wars and rumors of wars. Back then, it was what scripture say, how there's rumor today and tomorrow there's another rumor, but here it is, we're 2026, 6 years later. Okay, and we're at a strong boil right now, man. All right, those talks of the words have become actual open fronts. Okay, all right. You know, this is not proxy wars that we're seeing. It's not enough proxy. It's not proxy wars that we see. All right, that's been happening. This is real life war, man. We're boots on the ground.
Yep.
All right. Good. Like you should say, the vision is no longer prolonged. Yeah. They're speaking. Some people get that. Yeah. Rebecca. I'll grab up Rebecca and I got Ezekiel 12. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 12, and where is it? I see it. Ezekiel 12, I'm going to run through it. I'm going to start verse 21. Ezekiel 12 and 21. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Right, and that's a mindset of a lot of our people, man. All right, I've always heard about World War III and the RFID chip. I've been hearing about that since I was a teen, and these are people that's like, what, 30, 40, 50 years old saying that? All right, so some of them were hearing about the MOTB in World War III in the early 2000s. Some of them was hearing about it in the late 90s, early 90s. Some of them ran across apostles, man. Yeah. All right. All right, and they always say what? Their common there's a common trait in line with them is what it's not gonna happen in my time. All right, stuff like this is gonna happen. Generations down the line, they ain't gonna see me nor my grandchildren will see it. Maybe my great grandchildren. No, man. As the scriptures tell us in the gospel, man, this generation shall not pass, man, to all be fulfilled. That's right. All right, and we can see it, man. Brother Award said he's gonna bring out Becca too soon. All right, it tells you at the end, the vision shall speak and not lie, man. That's right. So obviously, you can clearly tell that we're at the end because the things that we read in the scriptures are actually coming to pass right now, in real life, IRL, man. Okay.
Right. Verse 23, tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them,
right, so the Lord said he's going to make that proverb to cease. He's going to stop all that chat, man. All right, because all y'all just like to do is chat shit. The Lord said he's going to stop all that shit, man. Okay? Because with the Heavenly Father, all right, the proof is always going to be in the pudding, man, so to say, man. All right, y'all motherfuckers like saying it's going to be far off, when the Lord going to show you it's not far off. Matter of fact, he's going to make it happen in your face, okay? And the only thing that the people are left to do is to do what? Either accept it or openly deny it while seeing what reality is, man. And if you choose the latter, that's your ass, man. Right. But either which way, the Lord has sent his prophets out to do what? To blow the trumpet. Okay, so you either take heed to the warning or not, man. All right?
And they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision, for there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel.
Yep.
Come on, it says, for I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord God. So the Lord is going to perform what he said, man. The scriptures say none of these words shall return unto him void. Okay? The Lord has a message, the Lord has things written, and they will be fulfilled in their set time, man. All right, in due time. And we're seeing, all right, the time is here, man. The time is the time is before us. All right?
Right, because what scriptures tell us, the Lord tells us how he was going to gather the nations, all right, in the region of the Levant, how the second war is past, the whole third war comes completely. Right. All right, the scriptures talk about how the least of the flock shall drown them out. All right, the Lord talks about in Obadiah how America or Esau is going to be small amongst his.
Well, I just didn't know. But yeah, it's such wonderful.
All right, the spies shall be little, and we starting to see that. Right? America is being hated all around the world. All right, America is allowing the small hatters, the fake moves, all right, to literally drag them into a war that the average American don't want to be involved in, man. You can ask the average American right now, you think they want to be involved with Iran? No. But guess what? The small hatters have literally forced y'all to enter into this war, man. As it's been prophesied that it's going to happen, man. Right? This is all biblical. All right? Isn't that beautiful? The Lord is making do on his words. Remember, his counsel shall stand, man. And it is standing. Okay? Go ahead, Doc.
To go off of what Brother just read, Brother Award just read in the book of Ezekiel, just the book of St. Peter, 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 3, points in verse 4. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
Right, and that's also another telltale sign that we at the end, man. All right, these scoffers, man. Right now, you don't really too much really see scoffers like that talking big talk how they used to. They still out here, man. Okay, they still out here, man. And like the brother Ariel mentioned, man, to back that Ezekiel, man, that's the mindset that these scoffers had. Oh, it's not gonna happen, man. All right, that's not gonna happen. You got certain dudes saying Jacob's trouble is what gay.
Jacob's trouble is not going to happen. And there's no such thing as the RFID, the mark of the beast is not the RFID microchip. And different talks, man. There's not going to be a World War III, whatever the case may be, man. Or that, or some niggas have said it already passed. All right, whatever the case may be, man.
That's far off, whether it's ready.
Yeah.
You know, because again, like when you just mentioned it a minute ago, that I've been saying this for a long time. My grandparents been saying this. You know, the Lord is coming back in our time, and we're still here. We're still here. I thought you said the Lord was coming back. Well, yeah. Okay, everything is the same shit as it was ever since we were children. I thought you said it was gonna come back. Talking mad shit. Because we try to have because like the brother said, you don't really see too many scoffers come up too much anymore. But if you try having this conversation with any of these regular ass Americans out here, or family member, they're gonna get smart. They're gonna get smart asses on you, man. Yeah. I've been saying this for a long time. Yeah, I know it's been bad out here, but there's always been war on the earth. You know, they come with some shit like that. All right, just to continue to put off the day of the Lord.
We always say this amongst average Joes. Whenever we talk about how we're the last day, they have this house, and we bring up athletes. They're like, oh, but there's always been earthquakes and natural disasters.
Because they look at it like ever since there was a child, or when I was in the 80s, there was earthquakes in the 80s. Look, man, 40 years in the eyes of the Lord is nothing but a drop in the bucket, man. That's nothing on the grand timeline.
Well, I was gonna say, further down in that chapter, it says that one day with the Lord is 1,000 years.
It's in the same chapter. Yeah. It's in the same chapter, and then I'll just read the first part of the next verse. It says, verse 5, for this they are willingly ignorant of. Okay, and again, these people are willingly ignorant because you can show them all the truth. You can go into the current events. All right, we can go to the scriptures and we can filter everything through the scriptures. They're just gonna look at it like, oh yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. But hey, you know what we're saying is right. You know in your heart of hearts what we're saying is right. And a lot of these people out here, they're actually scared.
Yeah, they're scared.
Yeah, they believe it, but they will never admit it. Because if they admit it, then they gotta say, oh well, you know, Ray was all right. Oh, these brothers have been right. My cousin was right. They'll never admit that we were right. If anything, they're gonna try to take the credit for themselves. A lot of these people, they're gonna take our talking points, and then they're gonna tell their friends and their families like they were the ones that discovered it. They're the problem. But it's all right, you know, because the Lord knows everything, man. They still didn't. These people aren't repenting. You see? But you brothers got that.
Ezekiel 12:26. Again, in the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied of the time that are far off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, there shall none of my word be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord. So, hey man, the words of the Lord ain't gonna be prolonged, man. Okay? To back up both of these brothers, you got individuals been saying, I heard about this, I've been hearing about this, man. Alright, this is something of old. Why you never come? Where your Lord at? You know? Which is they say that in Micah 7, these women, where's your Lord? Alright? Well, hey, the prophecies are being fulfilled now. Alright? And our Lord that you're wondering about, he's visiting the earth which he made. That's immense. He's in the midst, man. You know? Yep. Earthquakes, tempests, you know? Famine, pestilence.
They've been saying that. There's been earthquakes, been famines. When has been a famine in America?
Right.
You tell me when there's been a famine in America. When had any of these American people really experienced true hunger? I'm from the hood. You don't know what it's like being in the hood. I experienced hunger. You don't know. You didn't experience hunger like that. I was homeless.
You live in America, bro. You ate. Even if you ate fucking ramen with no seasoning. No seasoning.
Right. That's food. That's you can go in the garbage. You can find a half-eaten burger in there. Right. If you dig deep enough in the garbage. Try doing that shit in the fucking yellow.
Low pack, waffles, low syrup, chili.
That's not hunger, dog.
It's chili.
That's not hunger. That's not standard. Food is available.
Right.
You just don't have no money.
Right. Third world countries, man. Those boys, they literally go days without eating, man. They'll get one loaf of bread and have to break that amongst a family of 15 and have to
that shit have to be sufficed for the next 3 days until they can find another
That'd be a
refrigerator.
hard piece of bread.
Yeah,
All right?
stale.
It's stale, it's a
Shit.
bit hard. It's for the rock. You bang it on it and it rock. But you know what? They eat. That's a godsend to them because they don't have food. They can't just go to the store and buy rice. Even if they have money, it's not like they can use it for anything. Stores open like that over there, selling a whole bunch of shit. But this is right in the stores.
And now most of those third world countries, especially over there in the Middle East, are what? Are war torn. So how do you expect to find adequate food in a war-driven society, man?
Yeah, functioning business.
Right. There's not all forms of places you can go to get food. It's being purposely, deliberately attacked so that way the opposing military cannot have food, man.
There it is.
All right, so that drives famine, man, and that's what's going to end up happening over here, man. Because why, man? That war that we see that's happening overseas is going to touch American soil real soon, man. There's going to be a war in America, man. All right, whether you believe it or not. Okay, you Americans, your pride going around all these other nations. All right, thinking your shit don't stink. All right, you about to really see it, man. These nations are about to enter into this unwalled village, man. Okay? And show you niggas what y'all been doing overseas. And basically, you can take your own medicine, man.
And American people are being primed for that because right now, you mentioned farmers and stuff like that. Well, in Nebraska, there's a huge fire. It just burned like what, 800,000 acres? Yeah, you can find that article. Okay, it's happening right now. Okay, and that's cool. I think it's cattle farms. Okay, so beef prices gonna start skyrocketing in America. Okay, where there's already a crisis with inflation. So now beef prices are gonna start to skyrocket because that's like the breadbasket where they do all that. Go ahead.
From Reuters.com, Nebraska fires burn grazing land, threatens plans to grow U.S. cattle.
There it is.
So you cattle about to starve out.
Cows gonna starve out. Thus, the farmers ain't gonna be able to get proper cuts of beef to the butchers and all that. We do what they do, man, and distribute it throughout the country. Okay, and what they can get out, that price is gonna start to skyrocket. You don't want beef from another country being shipped over here.
Nope.
No. And again, we're at odds with all the other countries. Okay, there's all types of sanctions and tariffs and stuff going on. It ain't gonna be any better. It's still gonna be expensive as hell. Okay, so we're in a very, again, like brother saying, family's coming to America, and they're basically they're manufacturing.
Yep.
All right. So when the time comes, the new troops do come over here. It ain't gonna. The American people, you may have a bunch of bullets and guns and bullets and shit like that, but you're gonna be weak as hell.
Yeah, you're gonna have it.
Okay. They know what they're doing. Okay. Yeah, what that?
Hold on, I was on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Before you read that, I want to get this from time.com, the article I put in the
Oh,
chat
bet.
here.
Okay, bet.
This is on this topic about famine. It says U.S. farmers are in crisis.
Crisis.
All right, crisis. You know what? Let's look up the word crisis.
Shall we?
For those that don't know.
I never heard that.
Because that's a problem too with a lot of Americans, man. They don't like to understand shit. All right, crisis. It says critical point, a catastrophe. You know what that word means, right? All right. So farmers are in a critical point right now. Farmers are in a catastrophic mindset right now, right? They're panicking. All right, they're on edge. That's why big brother War was talking about king. What made a great point? What is that? They're not. It'll be a high suicide, self-unaliving rate going on real soon with the farmers. You know, a lot of farmers, they genuinely love their grind. They love to make sure people feet eat. So when they know they can't provide food, they that shit. take them out their element. They don't want to live no more.
Matter of fact, look that up. Suicide rate of farmers right now. See if that's a thing.
Remember back in 2020, them niggas was bugging out too.
Yeah, with all the shit's
Blowing up and shit, bro.
Water just washing away they
Yep.
land.
God damn.
The fucking government telling them to burn their crops so they not to be subsidized.
Right.
Yeah. Kill their chickens.
Yeah.
That's what around that time, egg prices was going up and shit.
Oh
Rock was vexed.
Remember 2-3 years ago, the train wrecks that were happening all throughout
the
year?
derailments?
Yeah, derailments. Every other week there was another derailment. Okay, and it would always be in an area where there was a water source or a farm or something like that. You know, it's just gonna continue on in that manner.
That's right, bro.
Okay, you people aren't gonna get a break. Now what? Now we got this happening. Of course, what was going on across seas. Hey, it's looking bad for African American over here. Farmers, shit. Hey, what you got?
Fresh pains, man.
What it say? We said Jake McDuffie. You know it's dad, dog.
Hey, I googled suicide rates of farmers in the USA as of today.
Oh my.
The AI overview says, as of early 2026, data indicates that farmers, ranchers, and other agricultural managers in the United States have one of the highest suicide rates of any occupation.
Hold
on, brothers. Hold on.
There's more.
One.
With studies showing that they are 3.5 times more likely to die by suicide.
Oh no.
Than the general population.
The average person. You a farmer, man? Hey, you might get that thought. Yeah, you might get that demon on you one day, man.
Looking like, God damn.
Looking at the rifle like, you know what?
Yeah, with that fucking bottle of bourbon on the table. It's just shots going crazy. They hiccup in it. Just staring at that shit. Old Betsy.
Yeah, old Betsy.
Tonight might be the last day we talk to each other. Damn, bro.
It's very morbid, but yo, you gotta bring this out, man. Cause yo, you Americans rely on the farmers. Now what? We gonna rely on Bill Gates and what?
You know, it's funny when we talk about that. That's what we got to put in our mind. That's what we have solution that America provides, man. Artificial meat.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. We was talking about it a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
That 3D meat.
Yeah.
And the farms that they do have, what they're liquidizing dead bodies and spraying it on the damn crops.
Yeah.
Yep, they was doing that. That's what the Bill Gates company was doing that shit. And he bought up most of the farmland. So I wonder why they're burning that shit down. Maybe he's gonna buy the shit up. You know? There's some weird shit going on. There's some weird underhanded shit going on in Babylon the Great. And the average American is not gonna win. That's why you're gonna have to. That's why America is gonna start we call it lashing out against their government. Okay, we're gonna get back into it here, but yeah, read that.
Hey,
You have more than that?
No.
That was a shit, dog.
That was a very powerful punch.
Yeah,
That's why he did that.
It's gut right there, man. The brother mentioned it, and we didn't know about those statistics.
Yeah, we didn't know about it.
So it's already happened.
3.5 more times more likely.
Asking why farmers killing themselves. Asking why would they do that?
Why would they do that? But hey, to back up both of those brothers, man, you know, even to back up both of those brothers, inspired me to how, you know, this is their craft, man. They were put on the earth to do this. Alright, so this is something that they love. Which we did on the other day, I think it was this Wednesday. No, it was last Wednesday. We were all together, we were talking about, no, it was Tuesday. We were talking about that Strong 38. Alright, different individuals put on the earth to fulfill their law. And these farmers are put on the earth to fulfill their law, man. Alright, to help the people.
And they can't.
And they can't. So imagine how they fucking feel.
Yeah, that's right. What is this? Why would they do that? Why would the farmer kill himself?
Yeah, I tell you, why would the farmer be committing suicide? The high suicide rate among farmers is driven by a complex, perfect storm of economic, environmental, and cultural stressors that are often entirely on their control.
Under control. And like what I was saying, these farms, they're here to farm, and that's their thing, that's their lot.
Right.
And now they can't do it, so that they have no purpose. Imagine not having a purpose. Your one purpose was snatched away from you. And now on top of that, you owe all this money. The government's threatening to seize your land, to seize this and that. Okay, your family start serving you have all this debt. Okay, there's only other one way out. Huh? You see? Fuck it, right? Yeah, that's what it is. You know, you got to put yourself in these people's mindset, man, and see, like, wow, and a lot of these farmers are Edomites, that are doing this. They Edomites, they can't deal with any kind of adversity, so they're going right to their fucking weapon, man.
Well, read me some of these points real quick, man.
Please do.
All right, point one, it says chronic financial pressure. Farmers often operate on extremely thin margins, and as of early 2026, many are facing a severe economic squeeze. Rising costs versus low prices. While input costs for things like fertilizer and fuel have climbed, prices for major commodities like corn, soybean, and milk have remained volatile or low. So they're doing what? They're putting more in than they're getting back out. Right?
Exactly.
So the balance sheet, it's not balancing out right. Man.
Especially if it's volatile, the prices are gonna keep changing.
Right.
They don't know what to expect next week.
And then what that ends up driving up to enter into more debt. All right, they're trying to sustain their crops, man. Because if I could jump down the first, jump down to point 4, because we were talking about how I mentioned how they take this more than just a job. Is what they are. Farmers is what they are, right?
Right.
Point 4 says cultural stigma and identity. A farmer's self-worth is often inseparable from the land they work. Generational legacy. Many farms have been in families for over a century. Losing the farm is seen not just as a business failure, but as a betrayal of ancestors and future generations.
See, yeah.
So guess what? That's when that fuels them going into more debt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is point number 2. Which is bulletin 2 in that first point. Massive debt. Modern farming equipment. Farming requires millions of dollars in equipment and land, leading to debt levels comparable to 1980s farm crisis. So, so it's like a whole domino effect, man.
Not to mention the contracts that they have with different companies and things like that, and they can't meet their quotas anymore.
Right. It's like a whole domino effect on their lives, man. And don't let, and as point number 2 says, unpredictable environmental factors. Don't let the fucking rainstorm come and wash off, the seeds that they just planted, man.
It's unpredictable, but they just got spraying all this shit.
All every single afternoon. There's chemtrails flying right over their farmland, man.
Right now, it's a nice, beautiful day out here. It ain't spraying today.
Ain't no clouds, ain't no chemtrails.
Yeah, but that's typical, and that's they do weather shit modification. They know what they do, but yeah, keep going with that.
It says climate and weather droughts. It says droughts, floods, and unseasonable freezes, which is crazy because this past January, February, leading into March, has been fucking severe freezes a little bit north of the southern states, man.
Yep.
All right, it's been unprecedented, man.
A little snow in Florida.
A little snow in Florida.
Icy fucking road.
The cold periods was lasting a little bit longer than they were predicting to last.
One of my mango trees died.
See?
Yeah. When it was freezing. You see? See.
It says, and unseasonable freezes can destroy a year's income in days.
A year's income in days. Just like wipe it out.
Yep. Yeah. Snowballing effects. Successive years of bad weather creates a cumulative psychological burden that significantly increases suicide rate. Because why? That one, here it is, they already putting in more than they're getting. And then the bad weather event wipes away their crops. They already went into debt to go get fertilized to be able to purchase the fertilizer and shit that's being the cost is being skyrocketed due to wars. They're already paying more. Now their crops are washed away. Now they gotta pay more to either get those crops back on the wall. You know? Because why? They don't wanna be looked at as a player. Imagine that nigga going to the Sunday dinner and his cousin who's a corporate hierarch, so to say, is sitting there just downing him, man, because he fucking killed. You let Uncle Tom's farm go to shit, man.
Yeah.
You know how the Edomites deal with each other, man.
Yeah, they rough with each other, man. You see that? That's right. Looking at that rifle ain't a bad idea. Because really, they may have a little hope, so they're trying to get themselves out of debt. Okay, but then a freeze comes and just knocks out all their shit, or a drought comes and knocks out all their stuff. All right, all hope is going to be just washed away, man. And there's going to be no way out of that situation you're in. Just give up the farm, sure, you're going to just live a regular life, get a job at fucking Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot ain't hiring. Closing them shits. Go ahead.
Hey, that was it on that. I'm gonna get to that article in Times real quick.
Yeah.
All right, this is from Times.com. The headline says U.S. farmers are in crisis. The Iran war is not helping.
It sure ain't.
Yeah, it's not. It's adding even more of a burden and a stress to them, man, while dealing with this situation.
MAGA.
All right.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's MAGA. That's MAGA for you.
DJs wanted to go to war.
Yeah.
So, hey, this is what came with it.
Yeah.
Can't blame us. We didn't do anything. You can't blame no stuff for that.
So they do that.
Israelites. What we do.
Right. It says over the past year, farmers across the United States have been facing a crisis, staring down record high business costs and lower profit yields. Cuts to U.S. Department of Agriculture (USDA) programs and tariff policies. Many have found that the profession is no longer economically valuable, and now the war in Iran is adding another stressor.
Give it up.
Yep. It says all the stress that we have been. This is a quote. It says all the stress that we have seen compounded for last year have recently driven more farmers to bankruptcy, to take on more loans, or just actually stop farming altogether. So yeah, man. So that's going to end up affecting a lot of you Americans, man. The farmers are stopping. They don't want to farm no more.
It's not what do you call it, they loan all this money, okay? They ain't getting it. Hey, that shit don't even look attractive. But anyways, yeah, there's no point. You get into a big industry like farming, agriculture, okay, and you're gonna end up over your head. In no time in this environment that we're in. So that's why the government has to take over. All right, but in order for people to eat. So it's going to get things like the Monsantos and stuff like that. They're going to thrive. Yeah. Okay. Your brothers mentioned lab grown.
Yeah, lab grown.
And that stuff has been approved by the FDA.
Smart
FDA is a very wicked, evil organization. I worked for one of these companies, one of these GMO companies before. I would say Kellogg's at a point, and the ingredients that they're using, all that shit is GMO. Okay, they be shit in there. They be shit in there. They using cake thinners.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. When you check overseas, you go to Europe, they don't use those same ingredients.
Motherfuckers got antifreeze in their fucking food, bro. Shit that you put in your car, and they got it in your fucking food.
But they got it in your food.
You go overseas, they don't got it in that shit.
Yellow 5, red 20, all this, these dyes that obviously cause cancer and all types of birth defects. And then you try watching cartoons and shit, and then the commercial come on, they go over here and break a little Lucky Charms. Like more marshmallows, and you look at their fucking freezer, it's just pure fucking poison, bro. And they want the shit, so they, it's witchcraft is evil, okay? And that's what they want to push upon all the people. That's what they want everybody eating. You can't, they say, oh, I got the organic stamp. Well, the organic stamp don't mean a goddamn thing anymore, man. It used to mean something at one point, but it don't mean nothing anymore. They still pesticides on that shit, okay? Because really, to get the organic stamp or the non-GMO stamp, there's certain guidelines you gotta meet, all right? And then you register it, and you get a certain certification from this particular organization to get the stamp and put it on your product. But that shit don't, you might have to just find a mom and pop place and they make their own shit. But then that shit is gonna cost like fucking $14 for a loaf of fucking bread. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna jump down to this article. It says, looking ahead, however, the challenges are only going to shit. Looking ahead,
All right.
however, in the future, all right, this is how it's gonna affect you Americans later on in life, man. It says, looking ahead, however, the challenges are only going to multiply for American farmers. The blockage of the Strait of Hormuz due to the war in Iran is expected to further increase costs for farmers, as about 20% of the fertilizer used by American farmers is produced by a Qatari factory, which is unable to be shipped as long as the strait is closed.
Yeah, Qatar is one of the main producers of a lot of things over here. Okay, so now the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Now, what do you think is gonna happen? So looking forward, looking into the future, there's no hope. It's not a bright future. It's very bleak.
That's why the Lord said we would have healed Babylon, but she's not here, right?
It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. We're not just doing this because we're pessimistic and we just love fucking death and destruction. We're trying to warn you, like, look, turn back to the Lord because it's the only way out of it. But the majority of you, you're just not gonna listen. You're gonna argue with us. You're gonna think you know all the answers. All right? And then all these things, when they start piling up on you, so we're trying to tell you, look at the farmers. Like, look, you think chicken comes out of the ground? Chicken grows on trees?
Who
No,
came
it doesn't.
first? The egg or the chicken?
Beef grows on trees? No, it doesn't. It's a whole process. Okay? Grain, wheat, yeah, it technically is a plant, it grows, but guess what? A lot of that stuff that we get, we don't even get it in our own country. And the stuff that we do get in our own country, they burn this shit down. Now they're burning everything down, they're replacing it with genetically modified, farms. Monsanto, they were gonna replace it. Okay? So all their seeds and everything, they got patents on their seeds. That's why you get fruit. A lot of that shit don't even got seeds in it no more, man. This is where we at. You can't just take the seed and then just regrow it and start your own little farm. And if you do, you might get away with it for a little bit, but once someone catches wind of that shit, you don't get them suits are gonna come knocking on the door, man.
Right. Yep.
What's going on here? You gotta cut these trees down, man. We took a sample of your plants, and it looks like it's under patent 666. What?
Yeah, this shit gotta go.
Yeah, they actually been doing that, man. They've been doing that. That was one of the big things that they were doing during the pandemic times, man. They were actually going using drones, all right, and taking soil samples and taking picking random crops.
I remember that.
All right, and if they noticed that it was in meat to the Monsanto's seeds that they were selling, all right, you were commanded to burn your crops, man. All right, to destroy it, man.
That's wicked, man.
Because it was an FDA approving some shit, man.
That's wicked. That's wicked. I wonder how the marijuana farms are doing. They're probably thriving. This is where we at, man. This is it, 2026, man. Don't shit, we can go back in the day. I wonder how it's gonna be in 2020. Fucking hell on earth. Yeah, we think it will be flying cars and everything's gonna be, look, hell on earth. Okay, we at the brink of a world war, and American people are going to be starving soon. Again, we read it last week. Second is 16 and 20. one ritual sheep. Okay, they think themselves to be in a good case. And a lot of these people, you still think yourself to be in a good case because you can go out and buy food still. Just wait. Another month from now, 2 months from now, it's going to the summertime. Let's see what America look like. It's gonna be a hot one, bro. Ooh wee.
Summertime, July, all right, barbecues and family gets together. Let's see what happens this year. Let's see what happens this year. Let's see who guys can make it.
$120 rack of ribs.
Right.
That shit not gonna look good, especially with all these gas prices going up, man. That just might be reduced from $120 pack of ribs to $5 bag of Tostito chips, man. That's all we eat.
Just get the hot dogs and the Tostito chips, yeah.
I pay like $50, you know, for the hot dog, like 2 big packs of hot dogs and Tostito chips.
Fucking baby Ray's, wherever that should do it. Yeah. Just have Uncle Jeff just fucking, chef that shit up on that salt and nigga shit. Make it look good. Because we ain't getting no chicken wings, we ain't getting no big steaks, we ain't getting no big rib racks. Alright? We ain't got money for that family reunion. Yeah, it's all gonna be hot dogs and hamburgers, man.
You ain't taking no place home.
Ain't no taking no place home. Ain't none of that, man. Big Mama's gonna have a different spirit on her. Oh, she be like, yeah, take a plate home. Take it. You eat yet? Nah, I ain't
Your
gonna
mama
be
gonna be like, what you playing for? You didn't put in on this. That's all you get.
Who you is? Who you come with? Who you know here?
Hey, it's gonna get real bad, man. As we was reading that 2 Corinthians 15, bro.
Yeah,
You
so
keep
got it.
going, it's gonna get real bad, man. That invading one another, that war, that sword in each other's hand and neighbors going against each other. It's gonna be because of lack of bread, man. All right, so this famine has a great role to play in the destruction of Babylon, and we actually see it on the horizon, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, cut you off. I said, Yahushua said the love of many.
Yeah.
She's gonna wax cold.
Yeah, that was another sign to show that we're at the end, man. Okay.
You read on that one there and that.
Hey, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse. I'm sorry. But matter of fact, I'm just get to verse 3. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Yeah, it's set for an appointed time. All right, so when you go back into the 80s or whatever, you're not seeing what we're seeing right now. Okay? Yeah, there was plenty of farming crisis, but ultimately it came back, it got back on its feet.
Right.
You look into the future now, there's no certainty of where we're going with this thing. Okay? So the vision that we talk about famine and everything is for now. It wasn't for the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. It's for now. Okay? It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. All right?
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Though it seems like it's taking forever, just wait.
Wait on it.
Okay? Because it's not what it looks like. Okay? It's going to come. It's not tearing. Exactly. Now look. Now it's basically here. Now you're just waiting for basically, what if you fucking, get laid up from your job or some shit? You miss. A lot of you motherfuckers are living paycheck to paycheck just like I am. Okay? So you get laid up from your job, okay, you miss one paycheck your whole life.
Back you up. It was happening back in that time of 2020, 2021, 2022. People were being laid off from their jobs, and it was becoming rough, for them, very rough. Now, fast forward to now, and times have, changed, things done went up, prices done went up, You got people saying that they gotta work 2-3 jobs just to stay afloat, 2-3 jobs just to stay afloat, man. This is bad. It's only gonna get worse. But, just walk, bro.
Just
walk, bro.
Someone's
Just
got
walk,
jokes.
bro. Hey, be a pilgrim, bro. Even us, we don't need to be having to be pilgrims or move around, Shit.
We're at $4 a gallon now.
Yeah.
For the cheap shit.
And it's funny because I'm catching up in the chat. Bros was talking about how gas. It seemed like gas has been burning quicker. It's funny because I was just telling the house that. Man. Yeah. I was just telling the house that. I was like, bro, Jake put money in the tank, blink 2 times, you know, hit 2 corners, and I'm back on, you know, back to needing to go put more gas.
Diluted with
Yeah,
water.
they diluted it.
I don't know what they're doing with it, bro, but that shit, yeah, so you gotta go to a shell or something when you get that fucking,
Premium.
yeah, good shit. You know, some bullshit, man. This is where we at, man. You know, it's basically driving around, just doing regular everyday tasks. Yeah, just doing regular everyday tasks is going to start waiting on your wallet. Right? It's get a regular bicycle or some shit, man. Start using that. You know, everybody's cash is gonna be fucking huge.
Don't let your commute to work be like 30 minutes away and 30 minutes back. Plus the traffic, you gotta come for that. You know? Sheesh.
And you take, well, I guess I'll take public transit. You got it. Well, you take public transit, it's gonna be a damn homeless nigga on the fucking bus jerking off in the back. All right, you a woman, you get on the train, you get in someone's fucking just straight doing it. You know, shit smells like piss. Feces in the corner, rubbed on the damn seat. Hypodermic needles laying around, fights on fighting, someone trying to do fucking tricks on the damn. Dancing, flipping on the damn bars and shit. He's trying to get to work. It's like, then you're like, fuck that, I ain't doing that. You're trying to get a ride. You find a friend, someone that'll take you.
I'm gonna tie the friend because a demon needs him.
You start, that friendship just thrown out the window.
Right.
You ain't even do nothing. You just asking for a ride, trying to be humble with it. And then he just getting sick and tired of taking you to fucking work every day.
Like, oh, I gotta come this way.
Yeah,
Make me late to work.
Bro, it's
Well,
on your way. I'm standing outside.
Doesn't matter. It's a matter of my feet. I like to get to work early. You know, clock in early.
You're gonna start telling you I can't do it this week. I can't do it this week. This week I got shit. The whole week I got shit. You gotta figure out how you gonna get to work. This is hell, man.
Ubering, you spend $100+ for the week doing Ubering to go to work and back.
25% of your check gone just on Uber.
Just on Uber, bro. And that shit's going up, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, it has to because gas going up, so they're gonna have to compensate the drivers. Which one of the brothers just put in the chat. One of the reasons why since many people have been noticing quicker burning than gas, and it's because that they put in more ethanol in the gas.
Okay, that shit burns.
Yeah, that shit burns.
Hey man, this is hell, bro. And a lot of this is orchestrated by your elites, the powers that be. Okay, that's why you go back into 2 Ezra 15, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
So a lot of people are going to contribute to the point where they're not going to care about their state legislators, their local government, all right, the mayors, all right, the police commissioners, or even the president himself. Oh shit, you know? Shit, niggas already not giving a fuck with orange man, I can see.
They turned against us. Everybody's against this man. And he is elected official.
Yeah, I'm completely done with MAGA now. Can't support this no more.
I'm voting Democrat, nigga.
Yeah.
They're so stupid. Well, I'm gonna vote Democrat. They still haven't learned anything.
Still gonna do the same shit.
Dummies. But you see though, they're not gonna. But this is maybe a little different because now, like the scripture said, you know, it's getting to a point where these people are gonna start getting violent.
Yeah. Yep.
Enough is enough.
When it says sedition, man.
Sedition. Yeah.
Look up what the word sedition means.
Okay, Siri,
Look up sedition because that's something that's going to take place over here in America. All right, and I believe when you go into sedition, it goes into civil rising against authority or something like that. You know, which is going. A lot of people are going to end up physically coming against those same government officials that they're not going to want to take heed to, man. All because of life becoming worse for them to be able to maneuver, man. Because of the politicians. You see, this is what's so crazy about people. They don't look at it like the politicians and the government is failing to make proper decisions.
Yeah.
Not knowing that these niggas in those positions are just being puppeted by the shadow government, which is the elites. And we've been telling you this shit, man. I want to listen. We conspiracy theorists. We conspiracy nuts. All right?
What we've been saying, is it not coming through though?
Got it? Good shit.
Like SEBI.
TION.
Yeah.
Sedition is a crime of intensing insurrection.
It's insurrection. It's funny because homeboy was just throwing that word out loosey goosey during the ICE situation, man. Yeah, I'm gonna invoke the Insurrection Act. Keep fucking around. I'm gonna invoke the Insurrection Act. And then the ICE agents do their job. I'm gonna invoke the Insurrection Act. He was hard on for that shit, man. Yeah.
Well, the thing about the government, they'll put buzzwords out there, and they'll keep putting it on news, and that was one of them for a while.
Because that's what they anticipating. They're anticipating you Egyptians to rise up, man. The scriptures call it, man, Egyptian against Egyptian, man.
That's right.
All right, they're anticipating that. That's actually
Part of the plan.
Exact order, bro. That's part of their plan, man. They wanted to happen. They're actually trying to they're trying to manufacture you people to rise up against the government, man. So they can have a actual reason to come down on you motherfuckers with all that new technology. They want to use the exoskeleton suits, man.
They can't just do it. They need a reason to do it.
All those FEMA coffins. FEMA wanted to put bodies in that shit, man.
Let's go.
All those ammunition they bought previous years in 2013, 2014, when the RIP company, had first came out, all of a sudden the RIP bullet was illegal. Then fast forward a couple of months later, all right, the government bought over $1 billion of the RIP bullets.
Yep.
How they illegal? But y'all can hold them down and score them, man. Tracer rounds, all that shit, man. Yeah, they got the eater robots. Can't forget about the eater robots. All right. Drone technology is at an all-time high. So they got swarm drones. All right. They got dogs that they can mount turrets to.
And that technology is starting to pick up because and really they were waiting to use that, but they can't wait no more. Now regular police and sheriff departments got them shit.
Now they got drones.
Yeah.
Now them boys got drones. They can pull up a block away and just launch the drone.
Oh yeah. Catch a nigga running instead of dispatching the chopper, they'll send the drone down. And the chopper's expensive.
Yeah. Fuel.
Yeah.
Fuel. And guess what they're doing? They're causing wars to make fuel go high.
Yeah. The drone guy.
Yeah, so it's going to cause a lot of you Americans to do what? Want to fight against the government. Which was funny because I think it was yesterday. I was watching what's that dude's name, man? YouTube, his name, man. Damn, bro. What's his name, man? Nah, I think he's like that prepper dude. What's his name, bro? Full Spectrum.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
That
Yeah, my man.
Full Spectrum, man.
Bug out, man.
Yeah, and he was going into how a lot of Americans are about to be affected by this war on another plane. What plane is that? Medication, man. Because most of the medication a lot of you people take, most of your antidepressant and ibuprofen is petroleum based, man. So guess what? That war overseas that's causing with that Strait of Hormuz being closed, that's causing gas prices and oil prices to go up. It's going to be harder for you to get your medication. Yep. And guess what? When niggas don't have their medication, they end up like little Marcus in the back of the class at 9 o'clock in the morning. Marcus, did you take your medication this morning? The nigga tearing up the whole classroom, bro.
Fidgeting in theory.
Tearing up the whole goddamn classroom, bro. Marcus throwing books. Boom. He make the beat on the table. The teacher say something, he get up, he punch the teacher. He don't care because he has to take his meds. A lot of you people are who have both medications to take, man. So it's going to also lead to people on the streets, man.
Bro, you see that shit
Sedition, man. Invading one another, man.
Yeah. You have a whole country of people off their head. Man, it's a domino effect. Brother was saying earlier. Okay, you're not considering that. Okay, so prepare for you. Yeah, the shortage of certain pharmaceuticals. All right, that you need. Okay, they're petroleum based. Okay, plastics and all these things. All this stuff is still gonna start going up. Okay, just regular everyday things you need that you take for granted. You know, like the card that you put the eggs in. That shit don't be more expensive. That's why that's the plastic bag they put the groceries in.
Yeah, you're gonna start seeing grocery stores adapt the Aldi culture, man.
Yeah, the Aldi culture. Watch.
You know, you gotta come with your own bags or pay 10 cents a bag, man.
Straight up.
Niggas can't afford 10 cents a bag. You know?
Rip-off. It's gonna be like a rip-off to them. So they're gonna come with their own bags. And then you gonna see niggas trying to steal shit.
Yep.
Okay? And then they're gonna do like they're doing in California, just lock everything the fuck up. You're gonna have to get you need deodorant, stick deodorant. You gotta call for this nigga to come with a key and not lock that shit. Yeah. So where we at, man? That was out there in California a couple years ago, and that's what they was doing, man. You walk into like CVS just to get some toiletries. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Everything's locked up. Everything's like they're going with some deodorant. Shit down the glass door. You gotta press a button, and then a nigga with a fucking chicken vest on come around the corner, and you unlock the shit. And then you get what you want. You might just want to look at the ingredients or some shit on there and put it back. Waste this nigga's time.
I think you got it fun.
You know what I'm saying? Again, I just want to see what the fuck. They're going to incorporate that shit all throughout the United States. I would imagine that. Someone will steal it.
Read it.
Someone will steal it.
Somebody will steal the sample.
Someone will steal the fucking sample. That's why they doing that shit over there. Because that's during the Biden administration when there was a lot of niggas just fucking raid shit and fucking come and stake shit. And you can't chase them down. You chase them down and you're in trouble. You know? Hey man, what a fucked up world. They're manufacturing just like what Shemar was saying, man. So they want you to crash out and finally lose your shit, come up against the government so they can come out with all the fly shit. All right? Suspend the Constitution. All right? No more freedom of speech, no more none of this, no more gathering in public, none of that shit. All right? We incorporate some China shit on that stuff. That's what they want. But you gotta lose your mind first. You gotta rise up against the government.
They trying, and they've been trying hard to get.
But they're so docile.
Yeah, that's what it is. They've been trying hard to get niggas to lose their shit. But niggas always find a way to just, yeah.
So either way, it's a win-win for the powers that be because, you know, if they crash out, lose their shit, then they can come with the force. But if they don't, then they can just gradually
Get them niggas accustomed to it.
and so eventually they'll just get accustomed to it, and no one gotta get killed. No resistance. So it's a win-win for them. But eventually, what Scripture says is this is gonna happen, man.
Yep.
All right. Reading on, 2 Corinthians 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. What's that? All right, that goes into martial law.
Yep.
Okay, we've seen that before. All right, but it's gonna get to a point where you ain't gonna be able to do a goddamn thing.
Which is the beginnings of that because of what's going on with DHS, right? With DHS, what it was, I think it was yesterday. They showed a snapshot, man, of Georgia Airport, man. TSA line was over 130 minutes. God damn, to get cleared, bro.
2 hours.
God damn. The whole airport was filled with TSA lines, bro.
Hey, those people not getting paid. That's not. They're not showing up to work.
So what the newscaster was saying that they're trying to get it to a point where only a certain class of people have the privilege to fly. So if you know what that means, so you know.
Sure.
I was just about to say that. Niggas might as well just start fucking going on road trips and just doing that.
Then That's what it's going to do.
Oh,
Gas
yeah,
going
gas,
up.
right, yeah,
So it's going to
yeah.
cause this
Right.
to be able to go nowhere.
Right.
So there's different ways that they can come and play on that shit, man.
And if people start crashing out, then they're going to
Shut it
they'll
down
shut
for
the
real. Now
highways
you
down.
really stuck, man. Now you really stuck,
Yeah.
man.
You're gonna try to hop on the highway, you're gonna be a Humvee there. Nigga, the M16 talking about where you going.
Some niggas gonna be living in a 15-minute city. You going outside that 15-minute city window, man.
You got enough credits, man.
You don't got enough credits, social score. You gonna have all type of bots. You have left the confine. Return, or we will fire. Like, bro, shit be crazy out here.
There's a countdown, bro.
That's Esau's heaven. All right, that's the pinnacle of his kingdom. That's what he wants. Only a few people on top can get to enjoy the earth while everybody else is a damn slave. Okay, he is a carrot, but he's the one that's flourish. All right, so he's forcing your hand to make a move. And when you finally make that move, you're gonna come down with what? Rain wrath. Okay? And that's just his opening for him to deal with his new world order. You're gonna keep poking you until you get bit. You bite, then when you bite them, they oh shit.
Put him in the cage.
Put them in the cage. See.
Gotta put these people in the cage.
We need order. See, it's for your safety. Gonna hit you with that. Okay, some of you motherfuckers don't believe it. A lot of you are suddenly waking up to the shit that just come from the keys. We're going to fight. And the power, and it's going to take the power out of your hands. The power will be in your hands for a moment. They're going to be out of your hands because you're military forces. Okay, they're going to starve you to death. They're going to starve you out so much you're going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just get this chip and move to these smart cities so we can have a life. We're going to acquiesce to the fucking tyranny, and then when the war comes back, you fuck. Because that nuclear war still on the table. Because through all this, that war that's going on over there in the so-called Middle East is still going to continue to heat up. So whatever's going on over here, hey, just know that it's going to get worse over there, and eventually it's going to be a nuclear destruction over here. It's getting close to that. Goes on to say, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see? So they're gonna, and again, it's because of your pride. You know, it all started there. If y'all just humbled down, but we'd be alright. But again, Esau will never humble down. Okay? And 2/3 of our people are never gonna humble down. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And that's for Jacob's trouble. And we're in Jacob's trouble right now, but we're not at the stage that where it's truly prophesied about. We're just at the stage where the ice ages are out there, and important criminals and shit. Even some non-criminals are still getting deported. Regular working class Americans. Right, they're getting deported back to their home countries. But that's the beginning of it. We're talking about where you just outside, okay, and they come and throw you in a cage somewhere, or there ain't no lights, no electricity, you can't travel with your car anymore. Or there may be an EMP attack where these bar cars don't work anymore, they're all rendered useless. Who knows? No stores are gonna be open, okay? And a lot of people will be begging for the government to come and make it all better. Verse 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So in other words, you're going to have people, your neighbors, breaking in your house, or you might be tempted to break into your neighbor's house. Because of what? You ran out of food. We bring these scriptures out all the time. Right? You got a newborn baby at the house, and you got a 6-year-old, and you got an 8-year-old. 3 children, a wife, and you're fat ass because Americans are fat. Okay, and it's getting to a point where you haven't eaten in 3 days. Now you're tempted to break into Abby's house.
This could be the kids, you and Harry's kids
grew up together.
Yeah.
All right, best friends. All right, you've been in the neighborhood for a decade plus. Every same thing. Super Bowl parties. You bring plates to each other houses on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
You know, and so on and so forth. And that's gonna change, man. You know, it's gonna be survival at that point.
Because you're gonna know, like, oh, I know this man. He got a store where he got canned food just in case there's a crisis. He showed us a few months ago, and that's gonna be in the back of your head all the time. All right, but you can't humble yourself to go ask for help. Take it. You're just gonna go take it. You're gonna look for an opportunity, and you're gonna end up killing this thing. And his wife's there screaming her head off, and now you don't want to hear her. You're about to throw up. You gonna kill her. Yeah. And you just killed 2 people. And you go, days gonna pass by, and you're not gonna be able to even live with yourself. And you're gonna kill your damn self. You're gonna have small children around here running around with firearms, okay? Because there's no law enforcement, okay? And they're just looking to get some kind of reputation, so they might just end up killing your mom or something like that, your grandma or something like that, just to see what it feels like. Yep. Now what? Water's gonna be contaminated. Whatever water you can find, it's all gonna be contaminated with chemicals, dead bodies.
Back to hey, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7. Ezekiel 7 and verse 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
All right, cometh, and they shall seek peace. What?
It says destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
You will seek it. Pray to God for it,
desire it.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, man, and it's sad, man. It fucking sucks. You know, we don't get joy in the sense of, like telling you that everybody's gonna starve to death. But you know what? These things gotta happen. Yep. The Lord said it's gonna happen. We just hope it doesn't happen to us. I know it sounds selfish, but is it really? Because what? We're out here working so it doesn't happen to us.
Right. That's what it really is, man. We in that spirit of Ezra's, man. We see these things written, We can actually we visualize these different things, man. We move in fear. The scriptures say, through the terror of the Lord we persuade men. Now we were persuaded by hearing these words from our apostles and elders on how the Lord gonna judge. The Lord gonna bring destruction, famine, pestilence, all right, cannibalism. He was like, oh shit. We was like, man, we gotta get our shit in order so we don't fall under that. That's why we striving. And that's why, hey, for Jake out here that's gonna fall under that law, hey, we don't feel bad, because we got the blood off our hands. We're blameless. We doing what we gotta do to not partake in that.
We're gonna read 2 Ezra 14 and 13.
Gotcha. Hey, this is the book of 2 Ezra 14 and 13. Now therefore, set thy house in order and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
That's what we're doing. We're getting our houses in order. We're reproving you, all right, and letting you know you got to renounce corruption. We've renounced corruption.
Yeah.
Okay? Why are we letting you know to do these things? Because the Lord is coming back, and the day of judgment is coming. We're all going to be judged in some way, shape, or form. But when judgment comes upon us, we want to be found worthy of the salvation that's promised to his elect. So we're telling you, look, we're trying to put you on game. Look, the Lord's about to send his son back. This is what you need to do in order to avoid destruction. Right? I think you don't believe it. We're trying to help you out. Right? We're trying to help you. A lot of you come against us like we're the issue in this society. When clearly the issue is way higher than us. Okay? Read that one more again.
2 Ezra 14 and 13. Now therefore set thine house in order,
Right.
and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
And these words should comfort you. So we bring the words out, we explain it to you and why this is happening and what you need to do to avoid the destruction that's already here in a sense. All right? And not corruption. Okay? Set your house in order. Get your family right. Get it, best you can. Not everybody's going to be down with it. That's why you just pray and more willing, how about y'all shine mercy upon us? No. We got to get ourselves together. Our house actually starts within us. Yeah. All right, it's a tabernacle, right? Earthly tabernacle, right? You got to get yourself in order.
We would be hypocrites to tell you get in order and we ain't getting ourselves in order.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
That's why we talking to ourselves first and foremost, man.
Exactly. All right.
You want to read more?
Yeah,
Come, verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
you got it there?
Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Let go from thee. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Okay? Because a lot of us, we get plagued with, thoughts of certain things that may happen to us and the things that are happening in the country. Okay? Certain things you need and you don't have right now. Okay? Let that go and trust in Yahweh Shah. Go ahead, though.
Cast away the burdens of man.
Right?
Put off now the weak nature.
Cast away the burdens of man. Burdens of man is the everyday situations you're going through that are plaguing every single one out of you. Okay, you gotta cast that. The scripture say you cast your burdens upon Yahweh Shah.
Right.
Whatever burden you may have, you gotta cast it upon the Lord. In these last days, because everybody's going through one thing or another. Okay, you got men out here with families, okay, that are trying to just make it work. All right, give them the bare minimum. Well, you know what? It's what they can do. It's all through the Spirit, and if you're able to provide that, hey, you get to live another day. Right? And that's a beautiful thing. But you got other people out here that they don't know where the next meal is coming. All right. Cast away the burdens of man, put up now the weak nature. All right? You can't be all weak and effeminate. You're scared of, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And the woe is me spirit.
The woe is me spirit. That just shows you have no faith.
Right.
What you gonna say?
You can't be like that. What you laboring for? What you laboring for, what you working for, if you in that woe is me spirit, you're supposed to be confident. You gotta have some form of confidence, man.
Right.
No?
That's not pride. Confidence is different from pride.
Right, it's a difference. No?
A lot of you say, I don't want to be too proud of that. Well, that's confidence is look, when you're confident in something, then you stand with your chin up, like, look, I know what I'm talking about. I know.
You under the vibration of hope, man. Expecting, man. Expectation. That goes hand in hand with confidence. And even the scriptures say, go to the throne of the Most High with boldness, man. You gotta be bold, man. The Lord don't want. Why do you think the scriptures say, gird up your loins of your mind and gird up your loins as a man? As a man, right? It says first and foremost, gird up your loins. Gird up your loins as a man, and it also says in the New Testament, gird up your loins of your mind as a man. And you gotta put on as a man. Put off that weak nature. Be confident.
It also says, James, when you ask of the Lord, don't ask unwavering.
Right.
Let the wind blowing to and fro.
Like maybe the Lord may hear me. I don't know. Nah, man, be confident.
Rambling, you trying to pray to the Lord, but you rambling on. Be direct.
Right.
All right, and that may happen. All of us may do kind of guilty of that at one point or another, because coming to the Heavenly Father. Sometimes it works, but it happens. It happens. I'm not gonna sit here and say, but you grow in this thing. You see, but read that again. Same thing.
Because 2 Ezra 14 and 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee,
Right?
and haste thee to flee from these things. It's like these times.
Yeah. So you went to the thoughts that's heavy onto you, man. Okay? The thoughts of dying with money, okay, your family, you're scared of this or that, keep you worried. Look, you don't think any of us got those kind of thoughts? Look, we do. But you know what? We're not gonna let those thoughts overtake our spirit. Okay, you wouldn't know that you wouldn't know that about us because we're so locked into the spirit of Yahweh Shah. right? So, yeah, you know, we're men too. We have certain things that you know, we may be concerned about, but we just put it in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Well, it's beautiful. Like I was gonna say, when you go to Wisdom of Solomon in the 6th chapter, remember we was bringing that out Tuesday.
Yep.
All right, in that same chapter, it goes into he that has wisdom is quick without care.
Right.
And the reason why is because why? Like you mentioned, putting it all in the hands of the Heavenly Father. We know that we're without doing nothing, we pray. All right, we let our supplication or request be known to the Heavenly Father. We cast all our burdens into His hands, and He provides us our daily bread, man.
Right.
So we don't, you know, we don't allow those things to affect us. Now, of course, we're men, we're in the flesh, and sometimes it's the fight for us to get our flesh in order. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Our spirit knows that we good, but our flesh we try to flip out and lean toward that panic state.
Yeah.
You know. But guess what, man? We pray. You know.
And the Lord knows each and every one of our spirits. He knows that we struggle. That, you know, I personally might struggle with this. Okay, but as it says in 1 Corinthians 10th chapter, 13th verse, that we'll share through something that's too hard, that we ain't gonna be able to handle. If you be of His elect and you struggle with women, He's not gonna put you in a situation where you got this woman now, and you know she's a burden upon you in the ministry, you know, and then next thing you know, you're out of it. Okay, you know, or you know, whatever. You know, we can go on all day and make examples, but you know, you can't sit here and think about that, because if that means if you're worried about it too much, then you really don't have faith in Yahweh.
Certain things, you know, certain things the Lord had take place in your life. All right, certain things the Lord may hold upon you. That just may be your thorn in the flesh for a season. All right, just for you to go through, or for you to go through it till Yahweh shall return. But like the Heavenly Father said, man, to Paul, man, my grace is sufficient, man. All right, the Lord is merciful, man. You know, we go through our different things. We ain't perfect, man. And the Lord make us go through these different things. But the Lord don't allow us to be perfect so He can remain humble. You know, so He don't destroy us. You know, the scriptures say that as well. The Lord chastens us. He chastens us so He doesn't have to judge us with the rest of the world. The scriptures say that.
And whatever your thorn in the flesh may be, hey, sometimes we speak on these things and it can edify a brother out there in the world,
Right,
that may tune into your video.
He's dealing with some shit.
Similar to what you're dealing with. And then you hit him with the scriptures.
Right.
Okay? And brother may look up to you as a priest and teacher, and he's like, wow, he's going through the same thing I'm going through. He's just a man just like I am.
Right.
There's hope for me too.
Right. Exactly.
That's why it's very important. These videos are very important. Okay?
When the scriptures say, comfort one another with these words.
These videos that brothers are putting up and the elders that are putting up, they're very, very important. We have no idea who we help. You know, you may be one of the least brothers, you may put a video and get 2 views. But who knows, you better save somebody's life.
Shit, and Parab used to always say this. He used to be like, man, that one view, man, you never know. It's probably a whole house in there watching
Watching
that
them,
one
turn
view,
you on, they'll sit in the room and watch your video.
that one view. So you know, so it's really, you really don't gotta just do what you gotta do, man. You know, and let the internet do the heavy lifting and take it where you gotta go.
It is. You know, with the Lord, you know, at the end of all everything said and done, the Lord counts the scores and everything. You're gonna be like, wow, you helped me aided in all this. You know, that one person that was edified of your video, he told this person, and they doing this. They would let to the apostles, and there's a whole household of that, and they would let you know, man. Off of that one little video about you did about the mark of the beast, or one video you did about faith in the Lord. You made a video about spiritual powers. You went to all the spiritual power scriptures. All right, and some brother out there in Nebraska listened to your video and he sealed. He told everybody about it. Okay.
That remind me of that one time. That remind me of that one time when Jig was young in the faith. Some old Haitian lady came. She was like, she's like, my son believes in what you guys believe in up in Boston. She said, I'm gonna go. And then we gave her a few encouraging words. She said she's gonna hate me right now. She said she's gonna go home
to Haiti, and then really she went to everybody. That's exactly what she told us.
You know, whether she kept her word, she told everybody. And somebody, you know, listened.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 1 or 2 people listened to her. You know, and those 1 or 2 people are very important to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All because of us out here on the highways and hedges, or that one video you put out. Say something.
And it made me think about Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was in the people. He said, he told some people don't talk about it. He knew they was gonna go talk about it. You know? So again, as so people can believe, all right. So more we add to the church. I got a quick precept right there. Hebrews 6 and verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have shown towards His name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. All right. So Lord, see the work we put in there. We ministering. To minister means to serve, man. Are we serving right now? All right. Serving what? The saints, man. The saints are the Israelites found with the elect. That's right. You know, we serving. What we doing? Which also speaks about the 3rd chapter, where it talks about exhort daily as today is today. You know, roughly paraphrasing. But as it is today, you know, because you don't know who you helping, man. And then you don't. The YouTube shit all fabricated and shit. You know, it may say 0 views but 2 likes. How I got 0 views but 2 likes? Make it make sense, bro.
And also, you got to also understand too, man. We live in the age of clipping, you know. So a lot of people do what? A lot of people will just go to that one person. He'll sit there and watch that video and then he'll just chop up your videos, and then next thing you know, you never knew you was on TikTok and your video done got seen by hundreds of thousands of people, man.
Facebook,
And
TikTok.
then, and it's only, and what part they see the part that, you know, that the Lord wanted people to see, the faith boosting part.
Right. And the what do you call that shit, man? The
algorithm,
analytics. If you look at it deep enough, it'll tell you that your video was shared on Facebook or whatever. You clip it. I don't think it goes into all that. So that's a whole other thing right there. And we don't really know, and it doesn't matter right now. We don't need to know right now. Okay, we're here to be humble when it's through work.
Hey, just scripture goes to the scriptures. The scriptures talk about how the harvest is plenty, the laborers are few, right? So let's look at it in that sense, man. When you are a laborer for a harvest, when you reap that harvest, you don't see how much people eat off that harvest you just gathered. You don't see it, and that's not your concern. Your concern is to do what? Gather the crops and bring it in to be processed so it can be taken to the market, man.
We just talking about the farmers,
You know?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Right back to it.
That's something else. You work for an energy company like that. You turn on people's energy, you know, with a computer button. All right. With that, you just help the whole house.
Yeah.
You know, got energy now so they can live, do all this, do what they got to do now. This person's an important person. He needed electricity. He just moved into this place. He needed electricity so he can do his important job. Right. You know, we pay everything forward, man. Every little thing we do is a purpose behind it. You got
In 1 Corinthians 15, you said 58. 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord.
right.
For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Right. So we have to be unmovable, steadfast, unbreakable, just to stand no matter what it is we're going to. Go back to 2 Corinthians 14th chapter. Whatever it is, you know, don't let any of these mortal thoughts get a hold of you and all these burdens. Just do the work, man, and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just know, okay, that He's gonna come through on His work. Right? But we have to come through on ours. Okay, we have a job to do down here. We have a mission. We got a mission statement. Man. We have mission orders. Okay, once you woke up to the truth, then you got your orders basically. Okay, you have to fulfill your mission like we you know, we talk about speaker cells. Well, the elected speaker cells for that. Righteous. Yeah, righteous is what you gotta say that. We ain't gonna be down here slice them up. You know, it look as power, that's a different story. Right. But we ain't down here no carnal shit. We down here reading the Bible. Okay? That's all we're doing. We're reading the Bible, and it just so happens that the message in the Bible goes against, it's contrary to powers that be in their message. It ain't our fault. I didn't write Jeremiah. I didn't do it. I'm just reading it. I bought it from the store. I went to the store. I fucking got money. I took my credit card out. I said, I want that book right there. And, oh, yeah, I mean, $30. Took the book home, read the book. Oh, it says this. I'm gonna make a video about it. Can't, fuck, you and I can't do that.
I downloaded the free app.
It's
Right.
free
Right.
on the App Store, the Apple Pay, whatever the fuck that is. Apple. Why? If that was such a bad thing, why you have to shit on the fucking app? You should outlaw. I mean, it's a hate book. Yeah, Apple needs to take that off their store. It's a hate book. Then I wouldn't be able to read it. I didn't write that. I'm just reading it. I said, oh, this is interesting. Let me go live on the internet. I pay a subscription on fucking YouTube. Let me go use this shit.
Right.
You know, maybe somebody will like it. That's all we're doing. So you can't get mad at us. Fuck, huh? Fuck. Oh, gosh. Oh. My God. My God.
And even if you get mad at us, fuck you gonna do about it.
You gonna do about it,
You gonna touch the messenger?
Okay.
Alright, you do that. Not that I'm gonna do anything.
Nah, yeah, that's what I said.
You know? Hey.
Ain't no power in our hands.
We all know when the king sends his messengers, you touch the messenger, the king himself. Gotta see you, bro. He comes through and slaps the shit out.
It's a declaration of war, bro.
Fuck you touching the messenger.
You understand who our king is? You understand who our father is? You understand that is the creator of the universe, the architect of all things? We don't fuck up. Making our life live in hell. All we do is reading the book and all of a sudden now we going extremist terms.
Oh, now we public enemy number one.
Gotta do something about these guys.
Mind is the same book that they swear up and down that they believe in too.
Yeah, then they swear, then Donald Trump swearing the motherfucker and getting presidents, like, you know, he didn't put his hand on it this time, but, you know, all you know, every other president in history. So what the fuck? You tell me.
And he made sure his had a pocket for him too.
Oh,
yeah, you're right. So he came with the whole book.
They came with the whole
That
book.
man was making sure everybody knew he was here to do his
Job, bruh.
Yeah, that nigga, yeah, cause he's him, bro.
Yeah, it was Solomon and all that. Yeah, so what's up, man? Like, you know, we just reading the book. Look, that's all we're doing. We're just telling you what it says in here. All right? If you got a problem with it,
Take it up with God.
yeah. You're welcome.
Take it up with God.
You're welcome to make it illegal. We're not gonna be all upset about it. This is your world.
You can make it illegal. You just feminine the word.
Yeah, it's just another prophecy.
Another prophecy.
As a matter of fact,
Thank
it's
you.
in here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's in the book.
You're doing thank you, bro.
You said you were gonna do that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's one step closer.
You're fulfilling prophecy. You didn't even know. You didn't even know. Whatever you got.
Good. Back in that Hebrews 6 and 11, and we desire that every one of you who shew your same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. So you gotta show the same diligence. That's why it says always about. Not like came in strong, now we're getting towards the end. Right now is not the time to relinquish foot off the gas pedal, man. You know, as soon as you came to this truth, it's supposed to be all gas, no brakes, man. You're supposed to really just condition your mind to not even lift your foot. You know, never lift your feet, man. No pedal to the metal, so to say. You know, always about it, man. So that means you're supposed to be getting better. You're supposed to be getting spiritually more advanced. All right. Whatever it is the Lord put you in, you know, whether it's more works. All right, on the weapons, you see certain brothers. They started off, you know, the brothers was doing probably doing a lesson a week, and then you know the Lord put the spirit on apostles to focus them to love and good works. Then it became 3 videos a week. All right, then the apostles came through with more admonishment. You know, which admonishment is just you know, just like a stir conversation, you know, love, you know, hey, if it's in your spirit,
strive for a video a day. All right. Then what? Then it was like, hey, if the spirit is on you, try to get more videos done in one day. You know, so you're supposed to always be abounding, man.
Yeah, and he's lead by example.
Right.
You know, Elder Pastor Hart leads by example. That's why he says these things what he does, because he's capable of doing these things.
Right.
He does it. You do a 2-hour video, and you start watching this one, then another one's going being premiered.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, it'd be 3 or 4 videos a man put out.
Yeah.
That's just one day.
Yeah.
Okay, now we all can't meet that measure, obviously, but we strive for that.
But that's why scripture say always abounding, because this truth is multi-layered, man. Because what one man can do, another man can do. Maybe your lives will be more abounding more in showing charity, man. Because guess what, man? Times is getting hard. The Lord probably blessed you with a great position. You know, now it was over there.
A lot of money.
You know, now you're making a lot of money. So now the Lord did that so that way, so you could be the one to provide more relief for the body, man. That's you abounding right there, man. All right. Maybe the Lord done bless you with an abundance of wisdom for counsel over the years that you've been around in the truth, man. And now every other day you're being called to counsels, man. You're being called upon to mediate, to dish out your wisdom. All right, so now more of your time is being asked for, man. That's another form of abounding, man. But the point is, we gotta abound, man. All right, read that last line again.
It says,
The last line.
yeah, it says to, you want that 1 Corinthians?
Yeah.
Oh, slide.
Okay.
Right now,
All right, back in Hebrews, it's like 1 Corinthians 15. Towards the end it says, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Yeah, so as much as you know, your labor is not in vain in the Lord, man. All right, so all that, you're doing it for a purpose, man. Okay? The Lord ain't going to sit there and just ignore it. Right? All right, he sees it, man. All right, and he has a great recompense of reward coming for you as long as you hold on to your profession, man. To our profession. You know? I hate suicide. But then I laugh at it because I got these are that one nigga that don't understand that there's a shortage of ammunition that's gonna be blasting in the air.
Darren Rocky.
Back in Hebrews 6 and 11, and we desire that every one of you do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
Yeah, unto the end. So that diligence, man, all right, that persistence, all right, corrupts us, man. That persistence, you gotta continue from the beginning all the way to the end, man. Understanding that, doing that, when we brought out into Hebrews 6, man, it's not gonna go in vain.
Right?
Okay?
One more verse, verse 12, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
Yeah. We be not slothful, but through what?
It says, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
So those are those that set the example before us, man.
Yeah.
All right, and when you read the scriptures, man, you see these men were about their work for God, man.
It was about it.
They were about their work.
They see the promises afar off.
They was digging deep, man. You know,
Hebrews said, if y'all wanted to go back to y'all regular old lives, y'all could have. They said, nah, bruh, no. I was single.
Yep.
No.
And that's how we gotta be in this time, even more so now, because we were living in the time where the Lord walked the earth. You know, recently, you know, it was still fresh in his mind. All right, there was actual witnesses. All right, and then you had these churches. You know, Paul went to all these different places. All right, he performed Okay? They ain't no one performing miracles right now like that. So it's all based upon faith. And then plus you got what? Religions out here that completely, butcher the scriptures. Okay? And now everybody has this false understanding of what God is and Jesus Christ and all this stuff. Everybody's understanding is completely skewed, flawed. All right? So now we have to push the true understanding out there, even though no one's really going to listen. But the ones that do, hey, that's the ones that the world wants. There's fruit out here. There's fruit. Okay? Don't look at it like my little channel only get, 20 views or whatever the case is. That means somebody's watching. You're putting in your work. You're a brick in the kingdom. The spiritual kingdom.
And hey, man, work is work, man. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it is work.
The job I used to do, man, working out in the fields, bro. It could be 5 people on the job site. Or you used to be there, 5 people on the job site, right? If one individual decides they're going to pick up the trash throughout the whole day, guess what? That work is significant. You know why? When it's time for us to leave, there's less things for everybody to do. Although it looks so small, although somebody looking outside in can be like, he ain't doing shit. But he going around, you know what I'm saying? Sweeping, picking up. He non-stop, just walking around. Keyword is non-stop, walking around.
Right.
Every time a piece of pipe get cut, he's right behind you. You need this? Nah. It's trash? Yeah. Whoop, take it out the way. Talking around.
Yeah.
We out.
You gotta clean that up. Man's been running around and he's tired because doing that shit takes energy.
It's significant, man.
Significant.
Significant. The minor prophets, man. Obadiah got 1 chapter. That's significant, man.
That thing slapped.
That's end time prophecy.
Stop worrying about what the fuck going on with a YouTube channel, man. And just upload, man.
It's all good. It's energy. It's doing something. It's doing something. Don't worry about what it's doing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay? Brother mentioned Obadiah. Okay? That 1 chapter is so important to what to where we are right now. And the majority of the people that go to church and everything never heard of that. It's always there. Hey, everybody got a Bible. They don't know nothing about no Obadiah. Never heard of it.
Obadiah.
Never heard of it.
While they flip into a Bible, they gonna pass it because only one,
It's only one page.
One page. You can pass it.
Yeah, 1,500 pages in the Bible. Right. You gonna miss it. You're gonna overlook it. Navy and these little books like that. All right, it's significant. See, so chapter right. And when you go into it, like, wow, there's heavy stuff in there. Right. Okay. About the end times, about things that we ought to know now, reminders that, the Lord's about to come back. All right? The days are evil. Okay, repent. Just things that you need to know. All right? The Lord is he's gathering the nations. What does that mean? Your pastor, Father Thomas at the San Antonio Catholic Church, he ain't going into that. He's just talking about he's gonna read maybe 1 song. Okay, you might read the whole chapter. You might read a couple of verses out of the song. Then you can go into a whole testimony about himself. You're just sitting there an hour. And those be long ass hours. I know when you go to Catholic church, man. You used to get up on a Sunday morning and go to church and sit there, and that shit is boring as fuck. That shit was boring as fuck.
I used to go to church and sleep.
And that shit be over. I'm like, all right, we going to fucking get some McDonald's or some shit now. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
That was back in the days when McDonald's was real food.
Yeah, back in the 90s and shit. Yeah. Shit, back in the day, though. Yeah, you listen to this man talk. I remember that. I didn't learn anything from that shit, though.
Nothing.
I didn't learn a goddamn thing from that. We had a Bible class, or I forget what it's called. So I can get the communion. And, yeah, kids, we had this community, so they had to go to some kind of Bible class, whatever. I don't remember anything out of that shit, you know? It was just, you know, they would talk about this, that, and third. The lady, she was cute. Okay. Alright. There were a bunch of kids my age in there. And then after X amount of weeks or whatever, then we get communion, and I'd eat the wafer now, and I'd eat the wafer and drink juice. You know? And after that, we stopped fucking going to church, so we didn't fucking matter.
Job was done. You were saved. You were saved.
We had a big pizza party at the end of it all. I remember that. The big pizza party. I remember that pepperoni on the pizza.
Wow.
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 Yeah, nah, hey, all of y'all might be outside for waking us up.
Oh.
We all got experience like that. Drinking to just sleep in church, get up and just be crunk pork outside.
Yeah.
Goddamn, bro.
Are you trying to talk to the girl in there? You know?
No edification whatsoever.
Yeah, you're not learning anything. But this is doing something, and that's why you got cats like vocab alone. Their whole purpose is to speak against this truth.
Oh, yeah, shit. You see what vocab has said most recently?
Yeah, I seen it. That's what I think about.
Man,
Yeah.
this man is now he's hell bent on how the Hebrew Israelites are persuading people, man.
More people are coming into this. Oh, is it just a fad, like going vegan, or is it?
That's what the other people.
The other lady in there, they gonna say,
Whoa. Vocab said he went from 4% that converted and believed to 6%, and that nigga was concerned. He was like 2% over a year. He was concerned, bro.
that nigga get fired, man. He's doing his
Mad.
job.
He was vexed. He's supposed to, no amount of shit you was doing vocab is working. And like Elder's been talking about, man. What's your stipulation on what's going on over there overseas, vocab alone? All right, you got no words on that, huh? When we talk about the small habits, all right, listen. When we talk about the small habits, it's an issue. But now look at what the small habits are doing, man.
But he won't talk about that.
Right.
You know, he gonna talk about how we're just a bunch of radicals and all that, and we're the problem with society. We're the problem. Okay, well you keep on talking. You keep giving the truth the light that because we don't need you ultimately, but you're not hurting us. That's for sure. Okay, you're not hurting a damn thing over here. All you are is just an annoyance that we occasionally have to address. Okay, and it's been a while since we addressed that motherfucker. Yep.
There's a book of 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
You can't do anything against it, but everything that you try to do against it is ultimately going to work for the truth.
Right. That's it.
Just like we said a few minutes ago about make the Bible illegal. Okay, well, if you do that, well, you just brought Amos 8:11 to pass. Asshole. What?
Thanks, bro.
Now we in a whole new phase of prophecy.
Let's go.
You trying to do all that? Let's go. Yeah. You know how happy we're gonna be? We're gonna miss doing this, but you know what? It's gonna be better.
Better. It's one step closer to going home, like Carl was speaking about that group back at camp, man. We talking about DJ Trump. He was like, man, it's a good thing this man's in power, man, because this man is helping us. All right, him being in power is us one step closer to going home, man.
That's right.
Everything that's taking place, man, is one step closer. Every day is one step closer to going home. That end goal, salvation, ruling, promises. All right, not partaking in this judgment.
It's better him being in power than Kamala.
Yeah.
It needed to be him. I need face of pride.
Nobody wanted to drink this shit.
Yeah, that would have been a bad.
Kamala was probably gonna prolong this shit.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been where we are right now if she was in power. It needed to be him. Right? The Lord doing this thing. Right? The Lord it's obvious that this is the man. This is the cruel Lord that was prophesied about. Okay, and he's making good on that title. Okay, now we're turning up. Esau's turning up. Because as people are Satan, he does this thing we gotta do out there on the right hand side. Right? Okay, to combat what he's doing on the left hand side. He gonna keep turning up. He don't sleep. When it comes to wickedness, this motherfucker don't sleep. While we're sleeping, he's out. He's He's on his bed, plotting evil. Right, huh? He's over there plotting evil while we're getting a good night's sleep. By the time we wake up in the morning, he's ready putting it to pass. You can walk through. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. So, it is how you got Malachi.
Malachi 2. That's right.
I'll check this out at the top.
Lies of Micah 2.
Oh, Michael too. I'm tripping. Everybody's tripping. I thought you knew the Bible. The beginning with an M.
Alright, I'll be here.
I got there.
That's what he said. You got it.
I was sitting all confident in Malachi too. No, it's not. Go ahead.
I was confident when I got the Habakkuk there. I read out. No, this ain't it. It is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to him that devises iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Woe to him. You know what?
Woe to them, son.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, read it in one of the other translations. Sure. Woe to him. And who does that? Okay? The Edomites do that. They devise iniquity upon their beds.
The real question is, who could afford to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. They can't afford to do
They don't
this
got
shit.
time to do that shit.
Yeah,
The clock about to go off at 5:30. They don't have time.
You got this evil Jake, he over here just planning, I'm gonna blow up Central Station. No, he ain't doing that shit. He's looking at me to get a fucking blood.
That nigga gotta go to work.
Yeah, he gotta work.
That nigga fucking realized it's 1 o'clock after scrolling TikTok too long. He panicked. I'm getting enough sleep.
I got time to do fucking evil like that.
Hey, fuck.
Yeah. You gotta go.
Yeah, so let me see what y'all
I know this guy.
there's a lot of them that get some good translation.
That's like
Let's do the NLT. In the NLT, Micah 2:1 it says, "What sorrow awaits you, lying awake at night, thinking of evil plans."
yeah, that's your Edomites, man. Because evil don't sleep, bro. While we sleeping, this man is he's in the dark office somewhere doing something, you know, or you know, some kind of round table. Okay, doing some evil shit, you know. What's the next question?
It's like I didn't even finish that.
Oh,
It says, "You rise at dawn in a hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so." You see?
There it
Jay
is.
don't got it.
Yeah, we got no power to do the shit that.
And everybody see that scene in the movie I was telling you about.
Oh, how it go again?
With the old decrepit Edomite man.
Just sitting there.
He was just watching the shit go on. He just picked up the phone and started dialing.
Oh yeah, he got the power. That's power. That's
And he said one word, hung up, and then the news updated, and everything he said on the phone happened.
What is
just
that,
like
ceasefire or
Yeah,
something?
he said approve the ceasefire. He was like, all right, that war is going on long enough. Approve the ceasefire. Ceasefire happened. That means if you wanted it to get nuked, all you gotta say nuke.
Yeah.
And so we just got boom.
Jacob got power like that. Okay? Jake just got the power to if he has a cell phone, just call his fucking plug up. You know? And then get an extra amount of Fetty pack. Distribute it amongst my people. That's the only power he got. And where's that shit coming from? Esau. He's the one that made that shit. He the one that was in the laboratory coming up with that shit. It wasn't you niggas that made that shit.
Shit, he the one that's supplying the cartels, or giving the cartels leeway, and then giving them all the routes to supply your goddamn plug. He your plug, man.
He's a real plug.
He is your real plug, man.
Right?
You think you buying that shit from Daquan? Daquan meet with the CIA every night, right? He don't tell you, right?
That should change hands so many times before it gets you a little pocket stuff. Go ahead.
Verse 2, it says, when you want a piece of land,
Actually, read verse 1 again.
okay, verse 1 in the NLT, Micah 2:1, the header says judgment against wealthy oppressors.
Oh, well, there it goes. Judgment against, so this is a judgment against the Edomites. Because this is what y'all do. Woe to you. Go ahead, read again.
What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking of evil plans.
Go ahead.
You rise at dawn
in hurry to carry them out.
Because what you thought of the plan, and now the day is done. Now you want to bring the plan to pass quickly. Right? Hurry to do it. You know, on specifically on the so-called Black Spanish Native Americans.
Fresh on your mind.
Okay. Of course, he's got shit going on across seas with these Palestinians and these, these Iranians, these Persians. Okay. But the main focus, you have to keep the so-called Black Spanish Native Americans at the lowest level possible. Jake can't rise up. Jake rises up, then there's a problem. All right. So he keeps working, works diligently in the darkness to keep you niggas at a low level.
Niggas rise up at dawn before he fucking brushes his fucking jaw. You calling up niggas to make plan. Oh shit, you stink muffin law, bro. Okay? It says, and the reason why they do it simply because you have the power to do so. You have the power, man. And the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. The Lord gave you power. And this is what you chose to do with the power. Wickedness, man.
Wicked man.
That's crazy. The Lord gave you power, bro. You cried. You said to Isaac, has thou only one blessing, my father? He blessed you. And you know what you did with the blessing? You did exactly what the blessing told you to do. By the sword. You did wickedness with that shit.
Power corrupts, man. Yeah. You put power in the hands of a person. Now it's like a you put power in the hands of a wicked person, he's gonna do absolute wickedness with it. Okay? He doesn't care about the livelihood of the regular people. He cares about himself. Go ahead.
Verse 2, when you want a piece of land, you will find a way to seize it.
And
You find a way, bro. God damn, if the peace talks don't work, alright, you threaten to do all type of nasty shit to the village people. If that don't work, you just go straight for fucking cutting off the shit, hit niggas in the jugular, man.
Set up a couple leader. Okay? That's usually really a perception, you know. A lot of times, you can use straight violence, but usually you got to do all these deceptive practices. Alright? And then when the time comes, you bring the sword and you put a little puppet leader up in there. Now that's his man. Okay? He's a little demon, man. He's so so-called white man is a demon. He's not a person. He's it.
He's an it.
He's an it.
He's an it.
He's just a demon. That's an it. You can't even call it a him or her. That's an it. You can't even categorize it like that, man. What a piece of shit he is.
Yeah, that is. Where's the piece of shit? Shit has value, man. Yeah, shit fertilizes to the earth. I think worse than a piece of shit. That's why the road gonna completely X this nigga out, man.
X him out, bro.
Ace. If this nigga continues to stay on the earth after his task of burying dead bodies, he's gonna just try to attempt to fuck everything up again. Even though he's not gonna get a chance.
Well, no. Didn't Nathaniel say that after 1,000 years?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, he's gonna come back out of the mountain.
Yeah, he gonna find an RV.
Yeah. We're gonna be too drunk off our wine and shit.
Why would you say something like that? And you gonna be part of the kingdom, bruh. So you want your kingdom to go down?
I know, like that's
Idiot.
That's corny as hell, dog.
That's idiot. That's it. You got paid off, bro.
It is. It doesn't even sound cool to even do anything. Like, why are you even doing this?
You can come. You good.
It doesn't make any sense for us to even do what we're doing. Out of 1,000 years. Well, that's what he said.
Chill in the house for 1,000 years. He gonna come down, bounce back. Like he gonna come out like a nigga who did a fucking 10-year bid in the Fed. Right. I'm smarter and wiser and wickedness now.
Swole and shit.
He got swole now. He's actual he's a real adversary. He's a formidable foe. Yeah, like what? So what? We just completely forgot about him. He's just down there he's making nuclear weapons in a mountain somewhere. We're not paying attention.
So what happened to Ezekiel 39, man?
Yeah, no, we're supposed to get rid of this weapon.
They're gonna save some, bro. They're gonna make some.
Yeah, bro. So this nigga's gonna be able to get one over on us in our own kingdom. Come on, Nate.
He never said it again, as far as I know.
Yeah, he never did, but that shit was weird, bro.
We caught his ass. You're gonna have to explain that shit, though.
Shit was weird, man.
That's some weird shit. You said some weird shit, though. Every other word that man shall speak, man, we can count for that. You said that you saw it's gonna come back after 1,000 years. 1,000 years are gonna come back and they all take over.
I wish I could lose a war, basically.
So
They say I wish I could lose a war.
you really believe that?
Only scriptures I know is that Yahushua is going to take all crowns. And there's no place left.
And he's gonna sit on the throne of David forever.
Eternal.
Everlasting.
I never knew everlasting forever had a 1,000-year period.
I mean, 1,000 years, though.
Get the fuck out of here, man. The spirit.
Bitch ass.
You can go back to this.
Con.
Micah 2:2 again in the NLT says, when you want a piece of land, you will find a way to seize it.
Yep.
When you want someone's house, you will take it by fraud and violence.
Lord in the Bible, right? You can lie, make some shit up, okay? Defraud people, defraud the land, or just bullshit taxes, property taxes. You just paid up your whole house, your whole mortgage, all right? But you missed the property tax on it. Get rid of it.
Next line, you cheat a man of his property. Yep.
That's not my money. Anybody do that shit? Anybody do that shit?
Stealing his family's inheritance. The man of fucking great granddaddy brought the land, bought the claim and the land. Bought the land and the claim to the land. Right? Because, you know, somebody gave it to him on the deal. An old gold, what's called a prospector. You know, sold it to him. You good, bro? Sold it to him, you know. And now all of a sudden, you know, he done built the house on this shit. You know, Esau find out some shit he want on there. Get that man to default on this shit, bro. Just so he can take the whole property.
The whole property. Acres and acres and acres. What do you do with that?
Yeah. What he continues to do.
Yeah, those people, they can do.
One of the last treaties he wrote with Gad, it was supposed to be a 100-year lease, right? Esau gonna fuck Gad over, and they made a deal with him that they would use the land for 100 years, and after 100 years, Gad would get all the reserves back, the titles and all that shit back to their tribe, to go back to using it how they used to, which is to hunt.
Let me guess.
What happened? The treaty ended. Yeah. Them niggas told Gad, "Fuck you."
Fuck you. I remember that. I remember that shit.
I never said that.
Who said that?
I never said that shit.
Gad went misinterpreted. Gad went on the whole protest about that shit, man.
Misinterpreted.
I bet they did. Yeah, they countless protests. But you know, he don't listen. You know, he don't care. He already has it in his mind what he's gonna do. He already knew he was never gonna make good on his promises. Any of those treaties. Hey, just recently with the Iraq. Okay, they were supposed to have a peace talk, but instead of a peace talk, they ended up bombing that school.
The same week they were supposed to do the talk.
Yeah, a few days before. They ended up bombing the school with a little girl.
They were saying 177. Oh, you know how it is. They're gonna start with a low number.
They start with a little number. Yeah. And those girls were in the borders of Iranian military. That was a that was a slap in their face. Everybody was like, all right, we're gonna have a peace talk on March 2nd or some shit like that. Okay, February 28th, come by.
Boom! Man, fuck your peace talk.
Fuck that.
I just did that. I just told y'all niggas that shit so y'all can let y'all guard down.
That's an ugly motherfucker though. That's a cancer.
That's one of those guys that be like, yeah, you good. He gonna clap you up, and then as you lean in, he just come, boom! Oh shit! Now the fight's on, and now he think he got a advantage because you already stumbling and shit, man.
Yeah, but you don't know that you forgot that the Iranians got fucking hands though.
That boy.
Alright. Yeah, you stuck him, but he's still fighting back.
Yeah.
boys black belts. Shit in the face.
You keep trying these little underhanded tactics, you defrauding people. Okay, what does it say in Sirach? With injuries, riches.
Yeah, you got my disease.
Yeah.
Lord, you got the Lord gonna transfer the kingdom from one hand to another, man.
You ain't worthy of ruling the earth. The Lord allowed you to have a little fun with it. All right, but it's over now. You ain't worthy to be ruling and judging people. Look what you've done. Look what you've done to this planet Earth. If the Lord allows you to continue on, then no flesh will be saved. Everybody will lose.
Verse 3 says, this is what the Lord Yahweh says. I will reward your evil with evil. You won't be able to pull your neck out of the noose. You will no longer walk around proudly. It will be a terrible time.
But it's saying you're not going to be able to put your neck out the noose.
Yeah, you won't be able to pull your neck out of the noose because you walk around, you got this hubris attitude about yourself, man. When you go to the word hubris, all right, it goes into hubris is an extreme, excessive pride or dangerous overconfidence, typically leading to a person's downfall. All right, that's the Lord said that, man. You work your evil upon your bed. You practice it. You put it in the motion in the daytime because you have the power. You take the niggas' land. You defraud them. All right. So now when you're neck in the noose, you ain't gonna be able to pull your neck out, man. That shit gonna snap. Sure.
Go for it.
You stuck, man.
The world's going to cheer.
You stuck.
Isaiah the 14th chapter, everybody's going to be cheering.
Shouting.
Even the plants and the animals, everything will be shouting. Cheering, he's dead, he's gone. He's out of power. And after 1,000 years of hardcore, ruling,
You out of the earth, man.
done, bro. And we're gonna have our way with you, man. We're gonna have our way with you. I got ideas. I can't wait.
Meditate. Give this verse 4, bro. Please do.
Yeah.
It says, in that day,
Come on.
you go ahead. It says, in that day, your enemies will make fun of you by singing this song of despair about you. We are finished, completely ruined. God has confiscated our land, taken it from us. He has given our fields to those who betrayed us. All right, and that was
That's what we are. Okay? The Lord is going to reverse it. Okay? And the Lord is going to give us back our land.
and they man.
And
And man. Read Obadiah, man.
Yeah, on the last few verses. Okay? That's going to be given on to Judah. Jeff, whatever. Judah. Yeah, man, we're gonna win, bro. And the whole earth is really gonna be governed under us. Because ultimately, yeah, this could be Elon's land, Moab land, but we ain't trying to own that shit. Jack, son.
The gods of the earth has returned.
Yeah.
The shit, the earth was made for our sake, man. As the scriptures say.
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers just the extras, man. The NPCs. Beginning to the heathens, man.
Yeah. And Spirit of God, Yahweh Hashem Yashar, like we said a few weeks ago, we will allow you to flourish and stone you for keeping the Lord's statutes and commandments. All right, and following the feast days and doing everything you're supposed to do, then no harm's gonna come upon you. Okay, everybody's gonna be good.
The moment you think about doing some weird shit, you're gonna be there to judge your ass.
Be there, gonna show you why you feared us.
Right. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna be the lawgivers, man.
Yeah.
You know? Kings and priests, man.
That's right.
Governing the body. The whole entire earth.
Class.
The whole entire world. The world. That's the word. Cosmos.
The cosmos.
It's gonna be interstellar rule, man.
Excuse me.
You got it, you got it.
Thank you.
Intergalactic.
That's what
Intergalactic. Yeah, bro.
yeah, that's a spell.
Oh yeah, scowl on his face.
Nah, he look like that nigga that dude from Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Walter White nigga.
So, with that, yeah, Lord, with this edifying to you brothers and sisters out there listening and learning, we want to give all praise out to the Lord. getting double on some of the apostles, bishops, and the elders, GMS with millstone. We'll see brothers out there pushing the word of truth.